What's up beautiful people, this is Mike from My Gadgets World and I hope you all are having an amazing day. In today's video we are unboxing the world's first HDMI 2.1 fiber optical cable, which is the only certified up to the 20-meter long length. So if you're looking at the 20-meter long length, this is the only one available out there, but do not just go and start buying the fiber optical cables. So make sure to watch this complete video because I'm going to be discussing about when do you need it and when you don't. And we have the 20-meter, 10-meter and 15-meter length for the fiber optical HDMI 2.1 cables from the phoossno, and you can see the packaging. It has the HDMI certification logo on all the boxes, and also all of these HDMI 2.1 cables fiber optical, they start at 5 meter for $99. I have the 10 meter, 15 meters and the 20 meters, and they range between $150 up to $189. So I'm gonna be giving away all of these three cables, and I'll put the link in the description how you can participate in that, and all of these three HDMI cables will be going to my viewers. So make sure to hit the like on this video so it can go to more people, and good luck out there. So in our case, in our testing, I'm gonna be using only HDMI 2.1 cable in the 20-meter length. So we're gonna be stress testing because the longer the length is harder for the signal to reach from your source to the destination. So I'm talking about source, which is your PC, Xbox, PlayStation. So if you look at the fiber optical cables, they are always active. That means that one connector is going to be for the display, which is your TV, projector, monitor, etc. And one connector that you will have will be for your source. So this will be going from your PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and any other HDMI 2.1 capable device. So you will have to make sure that display goes to the display and source goes to the source. Otherwise, you will have no signal or connectivity issues because it's unlike the other HDMI cables, the copper cables, which are passive. So they can be both ends can be connected to anywhere, doesn't matter. But for the fiber optical, it is unidirectional. So make sure connect it properly. And this phoossno HDMI 2.1 cable is actually 24 karat gold plated, and you can actually see that because I've seen multiple HDMI cables which claim to be 24 karat gold, but they are not as yellow orangish as this is, because the pure gold 24 karat is usually really yellowish in color. And I can tell you because a lot of Indian women where I come from, they wear gold, so I can tell it right away. It is 24 karat yellowish gold, which you need for the conductivity. So it is not only outside the connector, it's inside as well. Alright, so now I'm gonna download this application, which is for the HDMI certification, and we're gonna see if these are certified, validated or not. So we're gonna go to the store on the Android or Apple, and we're gonna look for the HDMI cable certification application. I'm showing you my screen recording from my phone. It is Android phone, and I downloaded this application to make sure that we scan that barcode. So I'm gonna just verify or accept those, the agreement and all that stuff in the beginning. I hope they are not taking away my property or my car that I own, but I hope so not. All right, I'm gonna just allow them to access to the location and the camera only while I'm using this application, not all the time. So there we go. Now we're gonna pick up the HDMI 2.1 cable sent by phoossno, HDMI 2.1, and this is 20-meter long cable, and we're gonna scan this barcode using that application. And you can see that we have the 20-meter length showing up there, and this cable is HDMI 2.1 certified. And what does that mean? That means that they sent this cable to the testing facility to qualify being the HDMI 2.1 cable, which can carry 48 Gbps of bandwidth. We tested it for the different cables for 10 meter, 20 meter, and 15 meters. And you will see one thing which is really interesting, that each and every length has its own certification. So it's not like you apply for one certification which is for 5-meter long cable and now you are certified for all the lengths. No, you have to actually be certified for all the lengths. So you can see right here we have 10 meter, 15 meter, and 20 meter. Each has a different certification and they all are certified. So now I'm going to talk about why you should not just go and buy these cables. If you have requirement less than 1 meter or 2 meter, you'll be good with any HDMI 2.1 cable you can buy. A copper cable will do that, but only you buy it if you have requirement which is more than let's say 10 feet, or you're going 50 feet. you know, this one that I have, it's 20-meter long, so it's 65 feet it can go. So I'm gonna connect this one with my PC, which has the RTX 3080 graphic card in there. So let's connect it and make sure that the display connector will go to your display. So in my case, I have the LG OLED C1 here, and I'm gonna connect this to the HDMI 1 port, which is capable of doing up to 40 Gbps bandwidth, and this is the HDMI port number 1. And the other end will go to my source. So as I said earlier in the video, make sure that the source goes to your PC, Xbox, PlayStation, or your device where you're throwing the signal out, and the display will be the one which will be your TV, your monitor, or the projector. Alright, so I'm gonna connect it to the HDMI port on my RTX 3080, and then we're gonna go to the NVIDIA control panel and all and see what are we getting there. Alright, so one thing that I want to mention here, that it is needed for only the longer distance applications, because when you have the longer distance, copper cannot carry the signal. So you actually need a fiber optical cable, because it has the fiberglass which carries the signal in terms of light instead of traveling through the copper, having that resistance. So you'll have a lossless signal if you use the HDMI 2.1 cable, which is fiber optical. Alright, so first thing, after connecting to the PC, we're gonna go to the section where we can change the input to the PC, because right now my TV LG OLED C1 is connected to the PC, and we want to make sure we get the maximum bandwidth, and we unlock the PC RGB full. So we're gonna go and select the PC icon and save. I'm gonna repeat that if I literally went so fast. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna keep holding that input button on your remote control. You're gonna go to the edit options, and in there you'll go to the PC. I have this in my tips and tricks video. I'll put the link in the description if you want to see that video. And yeah, that's about it. We have unlocked the PC RGB, which is full. So now we're gonna go to the NVIDIA control panel, and first I want to show you by pressing this green button a couple of times. It will show you what bandwidth are we on. So you can see right there we have the RGB 10-bit and 4L10, that's 4 into 10 is 40 Gbps, and we have 4K 120 Hz enabled, and variable refresh rate is enabled too. We're gonna verify that in the control panel. Alright, so this is the control panel, and you can see that we have the 4K. Let me zoom in so you can see it, or maybe go closer to the TV so you can see clearly. It is on 10-bit, and we have the full RGB, and it is connected at the 2160p at 120 Hz. And also we have the NVIDIA G-Sync enabled. So that means that it is doing the 4K 120 Hz and variable refresh rates, and it is connected directly to my PC with this 20-meter long cable, which is 65 feet distance. And I mean, you can connect this to a room which is 65 feet away if that's the requirement, but I just wanted to do the testing, so I just kept the cable on the table right there. But you can see the cable has its length, right? That's 20 meter. So we have the 10-bit, we have the 4K 120 Hz 40 Gbps bandwidth. So if you're looking at a solution like this, you have a media room which is all the way there 20, 30, 40 feet away, this cable will do good. Alright, now we're gonna test it with the Xbox Series X, which is capable of doing the 40 Gbps bandwidth, and we have the LG OLED C1. So I'm gonna take the connector out of my PC and plug it into the Xbox Series X. I'm not testing it with the PlayStation 5 because PlayStation 5 maximum can do about 32 Gbps bandwidth. So if we are testing it with the Xbox Series X, we are testing it with something higher than that. So we should be good to go. And actually PC is the maximum where you can actually test. So I'm gonna just push the cable in the Xbox Series X here, and we're gonna just power it up and see what do we get. Alright, as you can see that my Xbox is powering on and I have the update available, but I'm not gonna waste your time, so I'm gonna skip and stay offline, and I'm gonna show you what do I have in my settings and what resolution and refresh rates we're getting. So we're gonna go to the settings on the Xbox Series X, and we're gonna run to the TV and display options, and we're gonna see that we have the 4K Ultra HD right there, and we got the 120 Hz of refresh rates. out of this 20 meter HDMI 2.1 fiber optical cable, and it's capable of doing everything is checkbox. We got the 4K 120Hz HDR and also 4K 120Hz in Dolby Vision because C1 can pull that off for you. Alright, so this is it, guys. I'm gonna show you further things around. You can see the secret menu also pressing the green button, and you have that menu showing and verifying that you have the HDMI 2.1 4K 120Hz 40 Gbps bandwidth, the fully that Xbox Series X and the LG OLED C1 can support. Alright, so now about the cable. I'm gonna repeat that again. Do not just buy crazily expensive cables if you have requirement of just 1 to 2 meter of the length. Just buy yourself a $10 to $20 cable, which will do it. I mean, you don't have to go and buy a $100 cable. That's why this company only makes the minimum length of the cable 5 meter, which is 16 feet, which makes sense. You only need fiber optical cable if you are actually going to be running a longer runs, a longer distance. If you are running it from media room to another room or whatnot, or maybe in the future we will need it for the HDMI 2.1 capable projectors, because there are projectors coming out which are capable of doing the HDMI 2.1. so you will need a longer cable, because how you're going to be mounted, you know, you're going to be mounting that projector, right? So you will need a longer cable. So then you will need these kind of cables, and it comes with 2 years of peace of mind, which is the 2 years warranty you get. So if you are spending $100 and over, I will make sure that it is certified and it has that warranty backed up. So make sure, do not waste your money. The cable that you have for 1 to 2 meter is enough. Only buy these kind of cables when you need it for longer runs. Alright, so now let's talk about the giveaway. I'm giving away the 10 meter, 15 meter and the 20 meter cable. All you have seen in the video is gonna be for the giveaway. I have the link in the description. Make sure to follow those instructions and I'll announce the winners by the weekend. I'm looking at the Saturday announcement with my another video that I'm planning to do for LG OLED C1, and also I'm gonna be doing a tour for the gaming setup that you just seen in the video a little. You have the glimpse of it, but I'm gonna show you completely because I still have to do cable management and I had things all over the places. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in another video. I know my voice is kind of nasal this time, still not feeling well, but I'm gonna be recovered soon and I'll be back with more videos, guys. So I'll see you in another one. Peace out.